We've had victims of human trafficking. We've had family members of human trafficking on the show. We've had people who fight against it. You, of course, Craig, you fight it. With
You've had one of my good friends, Yakub Buyans.
He's
a brother. He's a good man.
Love that dude, and such a good guy, and so passionate.
Yeah,
and
real deal.
Yakub's a brother. He's been on the show many, many times. People don't realize how easy. First of all, they don't realize how big of a business this is. Children have become a commodity, and they don't realize how easy this is to transact that business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dark. It's depressing for me, being an American patriot, going and serving in my country, going around the world, 60 countries over the years, and only to learn from a friend of mine in the CIA that just north of Houston was the hottest epicenter of child sex trafficking in the United States, and learn how dark and abusive that crime really is. I felt like I got kicked in the gut, and then I got ticked off. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do about this? So my thing was, I need to compromise the enemy's mission. The predators, the child traffickers enjoy the top cover of secrecy, and it's a domestic covert operation, and it's huge, $38 to $50 billion a year. Selling children in the United States, larger than all pro sports combined. So what does that say about our society, that our news media doesn't cover it, that they keep it quiet and let the crooks have the run of the game board? And I'm like, I'm going to wreck it. Yeah. And I'm coming. And that, boy, all hell broke loose when I threw my hat in the ring, because I think some people on the other side began starting to panic, because the intel guys that look over us on the darknet said, yeah, there was two main entities that really started panicking. And what are we going to do about Craig Sawyer? How are we going to silence his voice? And that's pretty much their response, is they've tried to silence me. Yeah. That's their counter to what I'm doing, and I'm trying to expose the threat, rip away their veil of secrecy, top cover, shine the light on it, and so that the American people can see, oh my God, they're hunting our children right here, and it's huge. Yeah, it's fastest growing criminal enterprise on earth, child sex trafficking. So something's clearly wrong. Yeah, if you have to take a diaper off of an infant to rape it, something is severely morally and mentally wrong there, and that's a hill I'll die on any day. Yeah, it's just the no-go. Our line, I was at the Alamo the other day, and I did a little video from there, but I'm like, man, this is a point from which our forefathers would not retreat out of principle. And I think the children have to be that way for us all. That's my commitment now. I'm drawing the line in front of the children, saying, hey, leave the children alone, man. My gosh. Any species, if you can't take care of your offspring, you're doomed as a species. I mean, that's just science, right? Yeah. Leave morality and decency out of it. I mean, if survival, you can't shatter and destroy your offspring like this. So how we got so far down this diabolical road is kind of a long story, but we try to tell a lot of it in our documentary, ContraLand. And it's all about empowering the people, so we can all unite, lock arms together, and stand up for a cause. It seems like such a no-brainer. Yeah, and folks go to Veterans 4, the number 4, childrescue.com. Org. I always do that. .org, people. Don't listen to me. Go to the website. Natalie, they have there's a couple of things on that website that are powerful. One, they've got the trailer for the new documentary, ContraLand. You just watch that trailer, you'll want to watch the entire documentary. And I know what people think. They go, oh, I just can't watch it. It's just too, it makes me cringe. You need to cringe. People need to cringe. But that trailer is powerful. Just the stuff that's in the trailer, the testimonies and what people are saying, you begin to see how pervasive this depravity is. It's a horrible thing. Another thing they do is they've got, you talk about the perps, they've got the folks that they've busted. They got their mug shots on there. They got the information about them. You got to expose the cockroaches. Yeah. And you guys do that. Yeah. Factual evidence is key. I mean, again, their counter is to try to silence and discredit me. And so we just put all the arrest convictions and case numbers and mugshots right on our website on the arrests page. I love that. Go, hey, you can't overcome factual evidence. You can go to the courts and research it all you want to. You know, so it's there. I mean, we're effective. 100% conviction rate. I was that's a powerful number right there. I was talking to somebody about, and you came up in the conversation. We were talking about human trafficking, specifically child trafficking, and one lady spoke up and she said, "How do they do it? How do they stop them?"
How do they stop them? What is y'all's MO? What is the method?
Man, our method is growing so rapidly right now. I'll tell you the method that we've used until now, but what I'm so excited about is I've gotten connected to a group, very powerful group called the American Industrial Compact. Mm-hmm. And these are the big brains that I don't have any business being in the room with that create all of the technology that run our intelligence community, our DOD, and aerospace industries. And they're tired of submitting these inventions to protect you and me and Mama, and only to have it go straight to China. I mean, immediately to China because of people like the Biden family and so many others who are sold out to hostile nation states. Yeah. And they're withholding some of these most powerful technologies right now and not sure when to submit it until we patch our boat, the leaks in our national security. Yeah. And then it would actually do some good for us and not for China. And so they said, Craig, we're gonna allow you to utilize a lot of our new technologies. Mm-hmm. So imagine new horsepower and capability to investigate anybody to a degree that has not yet been possible. So NSA, CIA, FBI do not have this technology yet, and it's humbling to have access to. And I'm on a tour right now with law enforcement across the state of Texas, every major city and several small towns, doing liaison with all key law enforcement agencies, letting them know we got 23 investigators retired from every agency, 20 and 30-year retirees, and 30 analysts from intelligence agencies, completely background checked and vetted by our crew, with a full-time program manager that's a 31-year federal criminal investigator. And we are staged to run joint operations, and we mean business. We got a proven template. We had 23 predator arrests and warrants with a 100% conviction rate so far. We're just getting started. So that's before we had this huge body pool and technological boost that we've gotten recently. So we want to make use of it. Yeah. So there's a lot that's coming. So until now, I went a long way around the horn, Chad. Sorry about that.
I like it. I like hearing it.
Yeah, until now we've run sting operations. So we've got investigators that we essentially coordinate with the district attorney, and we find one that means to prosecute, because not all of them do. Some of them are paid for by George Soros. He funds their campaigns, as Newt Gingrich admitted on Fox News, and Marie Harf shut him down, saying, Soros' name doesn't need to be in this. And Newt Gingrich said, why? He's funding it. What is it, verboten? Yeah. And they all stayed quiet. And finally, Candace Owens, I think she got prompted to move on. She goes, okay, I guess we should just move on. But they wouldn't talk about it. Yeah. But he's doing it. So a lot of DAs won't prosecute, judges won't prosecute child predator crimes. And so we find ones that will. We coordinate, we run sting operations. So we'll put out ads and coordinate with the predators and let them come running for whatever they want, and they'll express what they intend to do. And there's a lot of dance that goes on there, but we have the DA and prosecutors right with us, monitoring everything. And once we're sure we've got a solid conviction, we'll go ahead and follow through with the operation, make contact with the perpetrator, and once our team is done with all of our portion of it, I give a brevity code, as you saw some of in ContraLand. I'll step aside, and the arrest team, law enforcement, will come in and cuff the predator and process him from there. So that's just kind of reset, repeat.